timeline and see how this builds, because this is where the suspense really ramps up. This isn't just a flat one-time fee, it's a rapidly escalating timeline of consequences. So imagine you just decide to take a weekend off, right? You step away on a Friday night. By Sunday night, 48 hours inactive, boom, a 5% deduction automatically hits your balance. 5% of all your total hard work just gone, simply because you didn't check in over the weekend. But let's say you extend that to a long weekend. You hit the 3-day mark. The penalty doesn't just stay at 5%, it climbs to 7%. And what if you completely unplug for a 4-day vacation, just totally ignoring your mining responsibilities? You are slammed with a massive 9% deduction, almost a tenth of your entire balance wiped out in less than a business week. It's a ticking clock that gets louder and significantly more destructive the longer you ignore it. The protocol has absolutely no patience for absence.
And this progression brilliantly illustrates exactly what that escalating danger looks like in practice. This isn't just a gentle slope of lost data. This is a geometric progression of loss. It's a harsh, jagged spike. In the world of asset generation, we spend practically all our time looking at charts that go up. We look for growth, we look for compounding interest, we constantly look for momentum. But what we have here is the dark mirror of that. This is compounding loss. It's the reality of a system actively pulling back the resources you previously mined, forcefully reclaiming them because you failed to signal your presence on the network. Every single jump on this progression, from 5 to 7 to 9%, represents a missed opportunity and a very real, tangible financial hit.
But listen, the nightmare doesn't end at day 4. If you thought that 9% hit was the absolute worst of it, brace yourself for this next part. 2%. Deducted every single day after 4 days of inactivity. This right here, this is the bleeding out phase. Once you pass that 4-day threshold, the system fundamentally transitions. It goes from taking large, punitive chunks to inflicting a relentless daily bleed. 2% today, 2% tomorrow, 2% the day after that. It will not stop. It's a tireless algorithm that doesn't sleep, doesn't take holidays, and absolutely does not care about your excuses. It will simply continue to eat away at your balance day in and day out until there's absolutely nothing left, or until you finally wake up and intervene. This is the ultimate high-stakes reality of the May 8th update. It literally turns your passivity into your absolute worst enemy. So, the crucial point is, how do we actually defuse the bomb? How do we stop this relentless drain on our hard-earned assets? Well, after all that tension, the resolution is beautifully, almost laughably simple. Activate your mining session consistently every day to stop the deductions. That is literally it. You don't need some complex counter algorithm, you don't need to go out and buy expensive new hardware, and you definitely don't need to sit on hold with customer support. You just need to show up. By consistently activating your daily mining session, you are resetting that scary countdown clock right back to 0. You're sending a daily pulse to the network that says, hey, I am here, I am active, I am contributing. And in return, the network keeps your assets perfectly safe. It's just a daily habit, a micro-action that takes a few seconds, but it acts as a completely impenetrable shield against the inactivity deduction rule. Which brings us to the final, critical moment of our explainer today. I want you to answer this honestly to yourself right now. Have you activated your mining session today? Because if the answer is no, the clock is already ticking. Your 48-hour window might be closing a lot faster than you think. The power to protect your balance is entirely in your hands, but it absolutely requires daily intentional action. Don't let your hard work just vanish into the digital ether just because you forgot to check in. Secure your vault, stop the drain, get into the app, activate that session, and keep your balances exactly where they belong, with you. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the Univex